Let's get started on this. Guys, welcome to another great video here by Resolutions Design. All of those that are new in this channel, please hit subscribe. I'm throwing great content here for all of you startup business owners or mid-tier business owners, people who are inspired, dreamers, however you guys want to be called. This video is, you're going to learn a lot from it. So I highly recommend you to grab a notebook, grab some notes, because the knowledge is serious. What I'm going to throw at you here, it's going to really inspire you to make the next move, because I feel that this information should be always anyways, let's get right to it. Let me just stop talking all this mess. This video is, if you guys want to start up your business, what should I have ready, right? What should I have ready before I actually hire somebody, hire a web developer, maybe like us, Resolutions Design, which, by the way, let me tell you, I want to give some shout outs. The list is so long, but there's tons of people that are calling us and they're like, hey, Ed, we hear your videos, watch your videos, and we want to hire you. And some people actually hire us and they get beautiful websites and all that. So I'll see if I can add something on the description below if you're looking to hire us. But anyways, this is a video if you want to hire a web developer. What should you have ready, okay? So let's get ready down the list. Let's talk about, hey, you're planning to start your business. You want to know what to get started with. Let's go with number one. Did you purchase your domain name? All right. You have an idea, you kind of know what you want to sell, but do you already have the name? Why is this number one? Because this is number one because, you could have such a great idea, but if you don't buy that .com name, which, by the way, I recommend you to go to GoDaddy, go to Namecheap, go to whatever, just don't buy it from Shopify, please. You know what they say that, every platform specializes in something very good. They try to be masters of all, but they really don't do well on everything. And so as a Shopify expert, I tell you, hey, go get it from GoDaddy. The process is so easy, and GoDaddy, that's what they're really good at. They started with domains. Get the domain from there, do it for 1 year. Don't get all the extra bells and whistles. Just get things that are enough for your domain. Get the .com name. If you don't do this first and you got this prototype name idea, then it just goes horrible down the road. Purchase the domain. Let's go to the next one. Do you have a professional logo? Now, you see how that goes hand in hand with the domain? The domain name is very important for you to get first. That way, when you hire a professional graphic designer to do your logo, you already have the name. It's sealed. You're not like, hey, yeah, whateverdogs.com. I haven't bought it yet, but let's do that. Next thing you know, the logo guy designed you the dogs.com or whatever, and then you try to go get the domain, and guess what happens? Someone already bought it, and now you got to go back to the designer and pay him more for the new name. That's why I say get the domain first, then get the professional logo, all right? As far as where you should get your professional logo, remember, the logo is like the face of the company, so don't go cheap on that, right? Have someone really good do that stuff for you, okay? So, all right. Next, do you own the original logo? Okay, so let's say you actually hired your graphic designer and he does your logo, but did he just give you a picture of it? And of course, you might not know what it is. You might think, oh, he just gave me the JPEG. He gave me the PNG. No, you paid for that logo. You're not getting just a picture of the logo. You need the whole thing. And what I mean by that is the vector file, okay? So whenever you hire a graphic designer, make sure that you say, hey, can I get my vector file, please? Now, be advised, some graphic designers, they're very emotional. They're very sensitive. And what they will say is, nah, I'm not gonna give that to you. Or they're gonna be like, no, that's our property. You won't know how to open the file. It's too heavy. I can't send it over email. Do not tolerate any excuse from a graphic designer. You says, I paid for that logo. That logo belongs to my company that I am trademarking or whatever. I need the original vector of that logo. And in order to know if you have the vector or not, it's an ESP file. Instead of a .jpg, it's a .esp or a .ai. Okay, So that's what it is. If they did special fonts to it, make sure that they save the vector as objects, because if you give the vector to your web developer, he tries to open it and then it's like, oh, we need the font this or we need the font that. That's because your graphic designer didn't save it properly. Okay, so make sure that you ask for the vector and let the graphic designer know that you need the vector saved as objects. That means that the font is all locked in. Like, you don't need to download the font in order to open the file. Make sure you have the original logo. Next, do you have your product details ready? So I really don't care if you're coming from, like, oh, I'm gonna sell from AliExpress or Alibaba, or I'm gonna sell from Oberlo or this other company. No, if you have a private supplier, it doesn't matter where you're getting it from. Make sure you have a Word document listed with all of the products that you want to sell. Okay, keep them in order. Don't just be like, oh yeah, just go to this website, web developer, and just get it from there. No, get them all down into a Word document and say, I am selling this product, I'm selling this product, I'm selling this product, right? Giving a proper product title and a product description. Use keywords that when people go on Google, if they want to search for your products, say like a jacket, you're going to sell like this whatever jacket. Make sure that the product title has the word jacket in it, as well as the description, so that Google could read that and say, oh, someone's searching for jacket. Here's this guy who sells it at professionaljackets.com or whatever. And, the SEO is doing good there. Okay. So have your product details ready, such as product title. Write this down: product title, product description, product variants, such as how many colors it comes in, if applicable, right? And the price, if I didn't say that already, okay? And the price, and maybe the weight, because for shipping purposes, right? Okay, let's go next. Do you have your product pictures ready? Okay, so let's say you have the Word document, all the product details information is ready, right? You're all good to go. Now you need the pictures. If you have a private supplier, you might be like, well, my manufacturer has the picture, but he's being stingy, he doesn't want to give me the pictures. Or, he has pictures, but they look so horrible, right? You as a business owner, you got to figure that out, right? Like, as far as if you have a private supplier, get all those supplies, get some test samples and start taking pictures yourself. Or, whatever it is that you have to do, get your product pictures. Make sure that they're all the same size. Make sure that they're square. Make sure that they're dimension 800 by 800 in a JPEG format, okay? That's the best way for you to, but just have them ready. Have them ready in like a Dropbox or something like that. And make sure you name your pictures too. So like if you have 3 pictures of that jacket or whatever, don't name the image IMG 012345. No, name the image jacket black version 1, right? Because when the web developers upload it to the website, that name goes on the code and Google reads that. So make sure that you have that ready, okay? All of this stuff is just to make it very smooth, easy sailing with your web developer so that your website's ready real quickly. Did you create your business social media accounts? You might think, well, isn't that the web developer's job? No, it is not. And you don't want to make it their job. That is the worst thing you could do. What I'm saying is that it's your business. You need to be the owner, right? So you need to create the social media accounts. Just like you're watching this video on YouTube, there's tons of YouTube videos as to how to create the social media accounts for your business. I'm not talking about that you have your social media account, right? John Doe or whatever. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about does the business have its social media accounts ready, right? And remember what I told you here, the professional logo? Yeah, make sure that whoever is doing your logo for e-commerce doesn't just give you one version of the logo. Tell them to give you all social media versions of the logo because they have different sizes. Make that guy work because, it's your business, it's e-commerce. He's not saying, here you go, goodbye. No, get your social media accounts ready. Get your Facebook ready, get your Instagram ready. Whatever applies to your niche, get those business social media accounts, okay? Next up, Do you have informative docs ready? What does that mean? It means, do you, in other words, in a Word document, compose your about us, right? What motivated you to start the company? Right? So you were like, well, I was in a farm one time, and I was looking at these horses from my grandpa, and wow, those beautiful horses. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sell equestrian products because there's tons of people that love horses, and I'm just gonna sell these shirts for horses. I'm gonna sell jewelry for horses, and I'm just gonna sell to these people that just love equestrian horses, right? And that's the niche on its own. It sounds funny, right? But I mean, there's an actual niche for that. Don't laugh at me. There's an actual niche for it. So, about us, talk about what inspired you to start the business. The purpose of that is because people, when they read the about us, they realize that there's an actual human being behind the store. They're like, oh, wow, look at this guy. He started his shirt company, and what inspired him was this. I kind of relate to this dude. I want to buy his products. That's why those docs are ready. So about us, how's your shipping policy going to work, right? I don't know if you've done your research with USPS already, but find out what carrier you're going to use. Depending on the products that you're going to sell. Are you going to use USPS? Are you going to use UPS? Are you going to use FedEx? Do you have a lot of demand international? If so, you should consider DHL. Things like that. So the shipping policy, talk about, hey, this is how shipping works. You place an order, boom, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to pick, pack, and ship all these products out, blah, 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 blah. You tell the story as far as how shipping works, okay? You're going to also create a content about, the contact us page. Hey, contact us, fill out this form, and within 24 hours, we'll get back to you. That's it. What else? Privacy policy, I think Shopify has it already as a template. So it's just a copy paste thing. You don't have to worry about that there. Refund policy, talk about how your refunds will work. Have those documents ready. Those are informative docs, is what I'm trying to say. Okay? Content checklist, do you have them ready? Did you obtain your EIN? Now, this is not a must before you hire your web developer. You could have all of the above ready, and then while he's building your website, you could go ahead and start getting your EIN. Now, of course, EIN, this is more referencing to the United States. So if you're not within the States, you're like, what is that? But EIN is like the social security for the business company, right? You have to register with the government. I'm sure that if you're watching this outside of the States, your country might have the same thing, where it's like you have to register your business. That is important if you want to open a business bank account. They're going to be like, hey, do you have your registration business number to open the bank account, right? So obtain your EIN. How long does it take? Probably several weeks. Right? But again, it's not mandatory. It's something for you to have that's good, right? You don't have to share your EIN to your web developer. And did you obtain your business bank account? So you don't want to mix in your personal and business money together because that gets really messy. You have your personal business account and then you have your business bank account. And of course, with your EIN, you can go ahead and get that. Again, that's not super important from before you hire a web developer, but it's good to have it. Your web developer might need it more towards the end when he's setting up the payment gateway system. That's towards the end. Okay. Am I ready to invest? Am I? Yeah, you'd be amazed. A lot of you people think you are, but you're really not. And sorry if I sound condescending. Really, I'm on your team, please. I'm just trying to help you. All right, let's go. Am I ready to invest? Here's the checklist to figure that out. Do I know how much my average order costs? I'm gonna let that sink. Do I know how much my average order costs? You don't even have your website open. But here you are thinking about selling products. And someone asks you, how much is your average order? Well, your average order, you got to think about it this way. Once you have your website up and running, let's think of it that more or less people are either going to buy 1 or 2 products. So you already know quantity-wise how many items they're going to buy from you. Okay, unless you have like that special company that they just buy bundles and stuff, But let's just call it 1 or 2 items. Now think about the price that you're gonna sell those products. So let's pretend that you're gonna sell the products between a nice number called $30, between $30, $60, maybe up to $80. Okay, so then how much is your order average cost? Somewhere around maybe the 80, close to $100 mark, right? Maybe somewhere around there. That's a very important number for you guys to remember if you're starting a business. How much does your average order cost? Like, what is that total? Okay, keep that number written down because the next questions are going to apply to it. If a year passes, how much revenue per month do you want to earn? How can you even answer this question unless the previous question is in your mind? Okay, so this is a very important question. How much revenue per month do I want to earn? Now, this is not a question that you're like, well, $100 million. No, that's not the answer that we're looking for here. You have to be realistic. Be serious about this question. How much revenue per month do you want to earn? If your average order costs this much, then think about more or less how many sales would you get in a day, more or less. And then multiply that by the days of the week, and then multiply that by the weeks in a month. Then more or less pencil it in. How much revenue per month do you think realistically would you want to earn? Well, what's a safe number? A safe number, I'll give you a range between $2,000 and $5,000 a month. That would be nice. A great number would be $10,000 in a month. You're balling if it's over $100,000 in a month. Okay? So these are goals that you want to kind of write down, and you say, I have to figure this out, how I'm going to make this math work. Okay? Let's go to the next one. Did I research my products to know for a fact that it has demand? Now here you are, right? You're thinking about selling pet rocks. And then you're like, yeah, man, because pet rocks, that's where it's at. You know, pet rocks, people love pet rocks. They just keep the pet rock in the office. No. But is there demands for the pet rocks, right? Be realistic about yourself in this business situation thing. Like, do you know for a fact that if your product has demand, do you know if it's going to sell? And if so, what proof do you have that you know that there's a demand? Where's the proof? What, because you heard your friend said that he's selling it? How do you know, right? I think the best way to engage if something is really on fire, right? If something is really good and it's going to sell, is look at your local market, right? And go around town, just go places and look what's selling, what's popular, what's this. Look at the advertisements, right? Look at the commercials on TV. Look, just get yourself very involved to really understand if what you're trying to sell is something that really makes sense. And don't just use your opinion. Talk to your friends. They'll be like, hey, so what did you buy recently? You know, since everything is like online shopping, what are you getting on? Oh, I see you bought new sneakers. Oh, I see you this and that. Get to learn what people are buying a lot. Figure out what the demand is. Don't just emotionally say, I feel like people are going to buy strings, right? You need to figure that out. Do research if there's a demand. Did I speak to numerous suppliers for the best quality and price? Okay, so let's say you already figured that out. You're like, all right, I want to sell shirts. Shirts is where it's at because I got the best designs. I got this supplier. He's selling me these shirts for $49.95, but they're legit. And I'm going to sell these shirts for $80. Whoa. Like, did you study the market to see if this is something that people actually will buy based on that price point? And maybe your supplier is selling it crazy expensive, that he doesn't allow you to sell it at that nice price. Okay? And I'm not saying go for the cheapos of the cheapos either, because your customers are going to realize that once they get the product in their hand, they're going to be like, wow, man, I bought this shirt from this guy, right? And it has a cool logo. It has a nice logo. I put it in the washer just one time on light mode, and it broke. That's a horrible example, but you get what I'm saying, right? Like, you have to really do your homework when it comes to suppliers. Make sure that the supplier is very competitive. Make sure that, buy the product yourself. See if it's actually good. Would you rock it? Would you wear it? Would you buy it? If you're not about it, then why would your customers be? How can you sell something you don't like yourself, right? Do I have a marketing plan? Okay, so people think that, okay, I'm just gonna have this website and then it's gonna look like Super Ferrari and it's gonna do this, it's gonna do that. But then you have nobody coming into your website. You don't have a marketing plan, this thing is going to the dumps, okay? You need to have a marketing plan early. Think about it, figure it out, research it. What's your marketing strategy? How are you gonna get people into your store? If you do not have the answer to this question, you're not ready to invest on the website. Don't be impulsive, right? Have a marketing plan. That doesn't mean have the team ready. No, have a plan that you're like, okay, I know which direction more or less I want to go to when it comes to marketing. I've done the research, right? Because I want to sell lipstick. And my marketing plan is that I'm going to hire these influencer girls that are very much similar to like Rihanna, and they have a very strong following. I haven't found this influencer, but that's what I want to do. That's a plan, guys, right? But don't just wing it and be like, oh, I'll cross that bridge when I get there. Don't do it. Don't do it like that, okay? All right, let's talk about the website investment. More truth bombs, right? This guy, Edwin, is like on fire. All right, look at this. If you're a startup business, no one knows your business. The beginning is the strongest investment. Yes, because it's something brand new to you. You're like totally coming out of your 9 to 5 or your just traditional lifestyle, and this is your new adventure. And so don't think that just $1 and a dream is gonna get you to that success. No, it rhymes, but no, that's not how life works, okay? Get ready. The beginning is always that strong sacrifice. So if you're a 9 to 5er, get yourself that other job. Work that overtime. Get that money. Because that's your exit strategy to, let's say, financial freedom of like, oh, I want to resign my job, which is what happened to me. I eventually quit my job, right? My 9 to 5 that I was working for 12 years. I said, I'm going to leave, but I know that the beginning is going to be very fierce, and I'll talk about it more here. Okay? Capital for a well-developed professional website. So you need capital, which is money, for a well-developed professional website, not some mediocre website, not a website that looks like the flea market, not something that you could do it yourself. Hey man, I am really not questioning your intelligence. If you're watching this video, I think you're probably very, very smart because you're watching my video, obviously, okay? Well, what I'm saying is that you're good at something. Don't try to pretend to be a web developer out of nowhere. Shopify comes up with, yeah, you could do it yourself. Yeah, that's convenient because that's their marketing, and it worked. It got you involved into Shopify. But I'm trying to open your eyes here and say, hey, if you want to be serious about this, don't try to do this yourself because you're going to end up wasting tons of time and money for something that eventually you're going to hire someone else to fix it for you and probably scratch off the whole thing and start over, right? I'm telling you not to go down that route. So instead, save up, okay, for capital for a well-developed professional website. That doesn't mean go to Fiverr.com or Freelancer.com and get that guy on the cheap on the low. Not talking about that. Okay? Because those guys working on the cheap, low, that's exactly what they're going to give you. And how are you going to make money off of something, off of peanuts and nickels? If it was that easy, everybody would be doing it. Everybody would quit their jobs if it was that easy. So let's put some common sense into this. Save some capital for a well-developed professional website. Take your business serious. Your clients deserve it. Capital for a professional marketing strategy and service. Without one, the other cannot coexist. If you don't have a website and you have an amazing marketing team, you're barely going to get any sales because all these people, they don't know where to go. They're going to be like, all right, so where's your store at? Oh, yeah, just send me money through WhatsApp. What? No. Just send me a text and then I'll send you a PayPal invoice so that you could pay. What? No. Without one, the other one cannot coexist. It's like, wheels of a car. Professional website, professional marketing services. Save money for that. If you invest in a low budget website, less than $500 to $800, you'll likely not earn back your true potential. I am not saying that you're not going to make any money. I'm not saying that. But how is your monthly revenue going to be if you just spent $500 or even less than that for a website? Does that even make sense? Because if you figured that out, then you know what that means, right? What? You just created the best money tree ever? I'm sure Warren Buffett would want to learn how you invested $500 to get thousands and thousands of dollars so that he could take his money bank and do that a quadrillion times. Right? That doesn't make sense, right? No, it just doesn't. And of course, as a professional web developer, I'm telling you that seeing investments from many businesses, those that try to go on the low budget side, they don't last very long. They last 2 months at most. And guess what happened to their poor $500 to $800? Down the drain. Down the drain, they lost their dreams and they're back working at their 9 to 5. They just gave up. So I'm telling you, if you got this type of money, please save it. Don't even give it. I'm not going to take it from you. You try calling me and saying, hey, I only got $500. It has your name on it right now. And I'm going to be like, you could keep your $500 and save it. Put it in the savings account and call me back once you have something more reasonable. Because then I could guarantee you that you are going to be much happier with the return on that investment, okay? And by the way, those that actually have done this and that little 1%er that actually made money or whatnot, you know exactly what you did, okay? You know exactly that you didn't just invest on this. Maybe you just invested $500, but you know that the real money was on your marketing scheme, okay? So let's not act like we don't know what you're talking about. Okay, cheap websites always require you to reinvest and start over on development. I think I touched base on that already once I explained the above, okay? And then finally, truth bomb. Truth bomb, save up at least 2 stacks for a startup website. You're like, what? That's like more than my rent, yo. Yes, here's the hard truth. We're not talking about, trip to Vegas. We're not talking about, no, this is a real business. This is something that eventually will change your life if you do things the right way. So I'm telling you that based on an average cost as to what most businesses do, that I do see that are successful on the startup side, meaning that they're at the year 0, year 1, okay? Save up at least $2,000, and based on that money, I've noticed that businesses today that I've even built for that amount of money, they are in their year 6 and they're still hitting hard with a good return on the investment, okay? So that's goals, hashtag goals. Let's go to the next point. Edwin and his long videos. Marketing investment. Remember I told you that you need to have a marketing plan? All right, let's talk about this then. Without marketing, no matter how nice your website looks, no one's gonna purchase. Okay, without it, without marketing. And maybe your mom's, but you know what I mean, right? So you have a very nice website, like I said before, crickets on the website, no one's visiting the website. Maybe you tell a few people here and there, and then you have maybe 1 or 2 people in a month visit your website, and they might make a purchase or whatever, right? So just because you have a nice, beautiful website doesn't mean that there's guaranteed sales. It doesn't stop there. And I think that that's one of the biggest taboos that exists with, I want to say, a good 70% of my clients. 70%, they think that, oh, okay, thank you for the website. Oh my God, fantastic. It looks awesome. 2 months later, I haven't had any sales yet. I'm like, have you done any marketing? No. What do you mean? How are people supposed to come into your website and know what to buy from you? Every business needs marketing, okay? Don't hire this single freelancer who says that he has a good track record. No, not for marketing. You could hire a single freelancer for like a logo, right? A single logo, like just a single logo. Like he's okay. There's no problem. I've seen good logos come out from single freelance guys. But marketing, hey, that's serious. Don't play around with your money when it comes to this type of thing, okay? So don't give your money to a single freelancer who just says that he has, these screenshots and all this type of stuff. No. No, I'm gonna give you the answer on this slide, okay? Marketing doesn't promise sales. Oh, this is another big taboo. So here's what a lot of people would say after they have their websites done. They're like, all right, they talk to a marketing agency and they throw this number at them, and then you're feeling like, whoa, that's like another arm and leg and a kidney, right? And then you're like, well, if I give you this money, how much money can you guarantee me back for a return? No, that's not how it works. Marketing does not work that way. What is marketing? Marketing, picture like, have you guys ever driven by a car dealership and you see like this balloon guy with the long arms just kind of doing that crazy stuff, where you see this guy outside, has a sign and he's spinning it like if he's in the Olympics, and he's just really going ham, spinning that sign saying, go to the store, right? That's what marketing is. Marketing is to attract you just to go inside. But does the guy that's spinning the sign, once you get into the store, does he follow you into the store and he says, hey man, thanks for looking at me spin this sign. Wow, I was really cooking outside. It's hot weather today. Yeah, listen, so you want to buy this phone? Yeah, listen, let me put this sign down 1 second. Yeah, this phone is a hot deal. You could buy this phone for only 99 bucks. Let me take you to the cash register and take your credit card and cash you out. No, the guy who's spinning the sign outside, his only job is to bring people that are interested to your store. That's it. That's his job. But of course, he has to do the right job, meaning that he has to make sure that the people that are entering into your store are people who are truly interested in buying from you, right? Not just people that have nothing to do and just go into your store. Okay? So a bad marketing person is a person who does like a clickbait, right? And says, free money over here. Go here, there's free money. What? Free money? Let me see, what the heck? Guys talking about free money. Oh, you guys are selling cell phones at a discount of 20%? Yeah, it's free money, clickbait. Man, I'm out of here. No, that's bad marketing, right? Good marketing is like, we sell cell phones at a discount. And whoever sees that sign, they're like, oh, wow, yeah, I'm in the market for a cell phone. This is what I need. I'm in the market to purchase, and therefore the marketing ad has attracted me to go to the store. That is marketing. What happens when they go through the door is another problem. That's the website's job. It's the website's job, and it's your job as a business owner. The website has to do a good job by making a good presentation. That's why a professional website is very important, not a low budget one, okay? Then your prices, your product pictures, your description, your customer service, your checkout flow, it needs to be amazing in order to make that sale. Marketing does not promise sales. It's a part of it, but it doesn't promise it. Therefore, do not negotiate with a marketing expert saying how much are you going to get back based on the investment. It doesn't work like that. Save up to 3 stacks for your marketing campaign. What? That costs more than the website. Yes, totally. But if you want to be realistic about your job, about like really pushing this business forward, then definitely. If things go well and you play your cards right, you will see a great return on your investment, to the point that you'll start forgetting when payday is. It happened to me. I forgot when it was, because I think it was like every 15th and the end of the month, right? And then bonuses came around and all that, and I didn't care because I had this e-commerce. Then I saw a bank account. I'm like, wait, where'd this money come? Oh, it was payday. Oh, wow, I got to do something. I forgot it was payday. Obviously, my e-commerce is working out. So all I have to do is just quit my job and do e-commerce full time and then get that better money. Okay, so right now when you're in your 9 to 5, saying, wow, 5 racks, 5,000 to get this done professionally and to see some realistic expectations. Well, yeah, if you want to make it life-changing, absolutely. That's what it takes. Hire a professional marketing agency. I think I've already mentioned that before. Get tons of professional pictures. So your marketing agency is going to want this. If they're very professional, they could find out for themselves. Sometimes they might even have a photographer. For $3,000, they better, right? And they could get pictures themselves. But it would very strongly help if you had your pictures. So invest in a photographer, take professional pictures yourself of models, posing, very high-end stuff, so that your marketers could use that as ammunition for the marketing aspect of things, okay? All right, this is the final slide, your year 1 grind, okay? Here's the truth. This is the last truth bombs that are coming out. I know that I throw those numbers at you and you're like, oh my goodness. Here's what to expect in your year 1 grind. Keep your friends close, but your competitors closer. I had to make that decision. I'm not gonna get too deep into this story, but hanging out with my guys, going to the bars or the clubs or whatever, that started to go away slowly. And I was really serious about my business. I told my guys, hey, this is only gonna be temporary. I just really wanna get this grind going and get this thing going. And they're gonna be like, sure, whatever. But my competitors, I was a hawk. I was just looking at what they were doing, and I was really looking at their numbers, their products, to try to compete very well with them and always understand what's in the market. Organically gain your IG followers to over the 10K mark, okay? So again, this applies for e-commerce. Social media for IG applies differently depending on what business you're in. So for e-commerce, definitely, it's probably one of the most toughest grinds to do. It's very easy to create a funny page on Instagram that does jokes because that's just a lifestyle and a lot of people are attracted to it. But when you have a business Instagram account that you sell products, the grind is very seriously difficult, okay? So either you figure it out or have your professional marketing expert. There's something about Instagram that after you get that K and after the number, it does something psychologically to the shoppers. It almost makes you like established, even if it's just 10K, right? And then of course, the next milestone you really hit it is when you do 200K. That's when it's like, whoa, okay, these guys are leaders, okay? And again, the key word is organic. So don't try to cut corners. Don't try to cheat. Do it the right way so that your business is significant and it makes more sense, okay? Facebook should not be your only marketing plan or any just one plan. You should include Google Shopping, Instagram, Google AdWords, and Pinterest. So Google Shopping, Google is king, right? People do searches, they shop, if you want to shop about anything, lipsticks or whatever, you see like this little grid up at the top, which shows that so-and-so is selling this for this price. Google Shopping is great. Instagram, I already told you, but your marketing person could tell you more in depth as to how to sell properly on Instagram. You have Google AdWords for keywords and things and so forth, right? That's very important. And if you're in the fashion industry for women, or you're selling anything that's related to women, Pinterest is a gold mine. Pinterest is a golden end because 80% of everybody who's in Pinterest is just women. Women. They're mostly on Pinterest, okay? Please don't hire an SEO agency. There's a lot of misconception here about, should I hire an SEO? Look, that stuff is like super 2001, okay? The internet has changed a lot. And SEO agencies, what they'll try to do is that they'll tell you, okay, We'll create backlinks, we'll create pages, we'll create this and that will push your SEO and push you into Google page one effective immediately or within a couple of months or whatever. But they want you to invest somewhere around close to $2,000 and up per month. So you have to pay that money on a monthly basis. And you will not see results until close to either 8 months or up to a year, maybe even 2 years, okay? So the problem with the SEO agencies is that there's tons of scammers out there. Remember, you're giving your money to a company that you're not seeing results for almost 8 months. That is a very difficult pill to swallow, okay? And people have just depleted their money with this whole agency, SEO, whatever. So the truth of the matter is, you wanna know what your SEO is? Right here, your marketing plan, which includes Google Shopping, Instagram, Google AdWords, Pinterest, Facebook. Get all of that stuff going, right? Bloggers. That's the truth. That's the real organic SEO. Google's gonna pay attention to that because they're big platforms, and it's gonna naturally give you that boost to page one if you do your job right. Consider Instagram influencers, but have a professional analyze them before you hire them, since it's a huge risk, huge reward, okay? So I've hired Instagram influencers before, and it was a very great experience. But then I've also had bad experiences. In the beginning, you have these influencers that they have all of these followers, but because I was just doing it myself, I gave away this money, there's no return on that money, and what happened? I got burned. So what I'm trying to tell you is be very careful. Meanwhile, on the flip side, I've probably thrown out like $20,000 to an Instagram influencer that, made sales for days. Like it was a close to 7x return. And some influencers are very good, but many are very bad. And again, if you're gonna go down this route, make sure you have professionals do a diagnostic before you invest. And also, finally, I think this is probably the last step, practice inbound marketing. So it's not about just people coming to your website and just either buying from you one time or whatever, but it's also about your abandonment cart strategies. It's also about the emails that you throw out for promotions, right? It's also about your retargeting when they actually leave your website and don't buy from you. But here goes this Google, or what is this called? The Facebook ad following you. They're like, hey, why is this ad following me? It works, that's why it's following you. But practice inbound marketing. If you don't know what it is, chances are your marketing agency probably will have somebody that knows how to do very good email inbound marketing to keep those lists going. Okay, you can hear in my voice, I'm even tired myself. How exhausting, right? But leave a like, tell me what you think. Let me know what other videos you guys want me to make. But I really hope that this right here, this video, really helps you guys figure out what to do when it comes to opening a business and hiring a web developer. All right, Ed, checking out. Oh yeah, year over year. Oh my goodness, look at this. Year over year increased revenue percentage should be at least greater than 10%. So this is just another way of how to measure yourself. If you're going on your next year and it's January once again, look at your January from year one. You have to have at least an increase of 10% year over year. If you have a decrease, you're doing something seriously wrong, and you need to pump it up, right? And just say, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and do some strategy in order to keep my business above waters. All right, that's the